Trouble can happen anywhere, especially in places hard to reach. In the real world, rescuers can't get to victims right away.
Out here in the wilderness, it could be several hours before we even access a patient.
This rescue tests endurance, an hour of uphill trekking before they can even reach their practice patient.
It's not easy, because that's what it's like in the real world. People, when they recreate, they're far away. We as rescuers have to be able to get there safely and still have energy left over to deal with the patient.
Perry Noland is one of the leaders of the Reach and Treat team.
Should call him Life and Limb because he keeps losing limbs.
His partner, Barry Morale, has designed a drill with multiple medical problems.
Skeeter into a tree, full speed, brief loss of consciousness.
Any pain along your neck here?
Yeah, he's got some neck pain. 160/70, pulse rate's 100.
This squad does more than wilderness rescue. They carry a virtual ambulance on their backs.
Our packs are big. We carry a lot of weight. We carry our 10 essentials for ourselves. We carry medical equipment for the patient.
Blood pressure, 160/70.
All right, on three. 1, 2, 3.
The Reach and Treat, or RAT team, does many of the same rescues that Portland Mountain Rescue or the Craig Rats do.
BP cuff there, we check a pressure. Did that have any effect?
But the RAT team is the one badly injured people most want to see. They come with a litter, portable IVs, and drugs.
More morphine.
He's got a pneumothorax. He's got either air or blood. He's probably got a punctured lung.
If we did not do a needle decompression on this individual, he would die. It's a life-saving procedure. Pulse rate's 100.
Every member of Reach and Treat is a professional medic. They spend most of their time staffing ambulances for AMR.
I feel I got into this because long ago I was injured, and had a significant injury in the wilderness, and the outcome was not as good as it could have been. So I think I use that as motivation for doing as well as I can out here.
Kerry Noland fell while rock climbing in Arizona years ago. No medics rushed to his aid.
I was young and dumb at the time and was unprotected. I fell about 20 to 25 feet, was knocked unconscious for several hours. I was by myself.
Kerry doesn't want anyone else to feel as helpless as he did.
I'd like to take that experience and work that into what I do here to train the people that we have so that we can have the high level of care. Go ahead and re-engage that with a high safety factor. The spine is where the load's supposed to go. So that provides me a good motivation to do a good job out here.
Thank God that they were there for me, because it would have been a whole different story if I was up there in February and there was no one else on the mountain and that happened.
On an early day in May, Robert Finke and two friends made it to the summit of Mount Hood. They enjoyed the spectacular view.
Just have a, real love affair with the mountain.
They started down, and Robert slipped.
I don't know if I caught a crampon or what, but next thing I knew, I was falling and trying to self-arrest and out of control, falling, tumbling, and finally came to rest right by Crater Rock.
In what seemed a heartbeat, Robert had fallen 500 feet. On the very morning we were about to meet rat leaders at Mount Hood, Robert Finke's sudden, very real emergency changed the entire day. At Timberline Lodge, rescue teams joined forces.
What we got is a fallen climber, approximately 200 feet, fractured leg up at the hog's back.
The volunteers with Portland Mountain Rescue and the paid medics with AMR's Reach and Treat went into action.
Going up, yep. It should take us about 2 hours.
It took an hour and a half for Robert's friends to safely climb down to join him. Two other climbers with medical training happened to be nearby that day. They came to help, but they had no medicine.
And I'm kind of rolling around in pain a little bit and wanting to get comfortable on the snow and ice. And I just had to suck everything up and just, wait till they were ready to get me down the mountain. It just took time, and I just had to be patient.
First, the team had to reach Robert, then treat his injuries, soothe his pain, and slowly lower him by rope down the mountain. Robert fell about 9 in the morning. It took almost 9 more hours to get him to the ambulance at Timberline.
5,
We could use you over here.
And they were super caring, super professional.
To be this prepared takes training every month of the year in a multitude of scenarios.
You don't gain all these skills and experience right away. It takes a long time to be good at what we do.
Once a year, Reach and Treat trains for their least common rescues, when someone gets trapped in a perilous vertical world.
Barry's gonna climb, and for some unknown reason, he gets incapacitated. Ready?
When someone's life and the rescue hang at the end of a rope, the RAT team must be up to the task.
How you doing?
I'm a passed out victim. He's got to get my head put upright.
What is he doing? Are you okay, Barry?
It's hard to do, actually, conscious.
There.
It's a seldom used skill, but once it's needed, you got to be proficient at it. And if you don't use it, you'll lose it. So we keep practicing at least every year.
A hiker from Virginia is grateful for that training. He got stuck on a steep slope that washed out at Mount Hood. He was barely able to stay perched on a single rock that managed not to tumble down the mountain. He sat there for nearly 6 hours until Robert Every with Reach and Treat was able to get to him.
He's still going to fall 15, 20 feet before he goes taut, and that's going to rip in you.
You go ahead and walk that way. Or never mind, stay where you're at.
The precarious rescue ended without any injuries.
Okay. Patient's going to be able to walk out.
Robert also leads some of their most dangerous training in the water.
Kick.
It's very risky.
Kick.
Remembering how hard it is to actually get somebody in. In the pool, it's definitely different swimming. Once you put on a life vest, it's a lot heavier, a lot more physical.
Back!
Nice job, Carrie. It's tiring.
It was scary. It still is a little.
It's the back!
Even on a slow summer day with water flowing 6 to 8 miles per hour, Robert says the force of that water can add 300 pounds of pressure against a victim's body. The rescue rope adds even more.
Okay, let's start pulling them in.
Now they're applying pressure by pulling on that line to pendulum in and or pull them back towards them. Yeah, potentially of breaking ribs. Hopefully we don't have to use this in the real world and have to rescue somebody, but at least we have the tools to rescue a victim. Nice job, perfect.
Every month, Reach and Treat trains for another hard-to-reach rescue.
Grab it, go over. Nice job, perfect.
One of the few paramedic companies in the nation that offers advanced life support in the wilderness.
Pull that out, I got that 10cc syringe right there.
I really owe a lot to my rescuers, you know, all of them. I'm glad they're there, and I really appreciate the fact that they're there to save my ass.
Great people just doing their thing in their own Northwesty way. We love bringing you stories like this. Support what you love. OPB.org/video.